In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can use Google Earth in the classroom. To access Google Earth, you can either Google Earth, or you can go to your waffle, scroll down and tap Earth. It can sometimes take a few moments to load, so if you are planning to use it with lots of children all at the same time, I would recommend sharing the link through Google Classroom and then getting them to open it and then bring the children back in for your input. And once you've finished your input, hopefully it will have had time to load and the children will be able to start accessing it straight away. One of the best tools in Google Earth is the Voyager Tool. The Voyager Tool is made up of pre-filled projects where content has been curated all around a specific theme. The first one I'm going to show you is the castles one. So if we go over to the education section and scroll down, there's a project all about geometry of castles. Lots of us in year one study castles, and this project is just really nicely pulled together a couple of very interesting castles from around the world. You can see that the information around the castle is quite high level, so this is a resource that I would probably use as a teacher and share it with the children, as opposed to letting the children have a go with this themselves. Once you go to each of the castles, you can zoom out, you can zoom in, and then you can also drop the street view on any of these little blue dots here, which will be a photograph of the castle that the children can then explore. So if I drop myself down here, it will take me in from this view, and I can look up and down and explore what is in there. As you can see, these are photographs that people have taken, so it's always a good idea to pre-check the content before sharing it with your class. Back to the Voyager tool. The next one that I wanted to show you was in the Culture tab. If we scroll down, you can see that there's lots of different projects here about Black Pioneers, we've got Chinese New Year, and as we scroll down, there's also one about Apollo 11. In year 2, lots of us explore space as a theme. This project has retold the story of the Apollo 11 landing on the moon. If we click on liftoff, you can see here there are 11 stages to this story, and it talks us through all of the different astronauts and what went into preparing for Apollo 11. As we scroll through, we can meet the astronauts and where they were born and raised. And as you get through the project a bit further and you learn about the takeoff, you also hear an audio clip from when the first step was made onto Moon, which is this one here in section 12. Okay, so back over to the Voyager. The next part that I wanted to share was the Timelapse tool. Now this tool sits inside the layers or the nature section. And this is one that I think that Upper Key Stage 2 would like to explore themselves. If we click on Timelapse, you can see there are a couple of different themes. We've got deforestation, we've got global warming, and we've got urban expansion. Lots of these are themes that meet with our geography or our history or our science units across Key Stage 2. If I click on one of these, this project is all about global warming. And it shows us a time lapse from 10 different areas across the globe from 1985 up to 2020. There is a little bit of information that Upper Key Stage 2 should be able to access, but importantly, you can really see here the difference in that satellite imagery and how the world is getting warmer and warmer and the effect on those glaciers. And you can scroll across to see different examples of that. The last tool that I wanted to share with you is the Projects tool. This can be used as a teacher resource to pre-make your own projects for children to explore landmarks from a particular city or country, or you can have the children making these projects themselves. To do this, you go into the menu and click on Projects, and I'm just going to click on the Greece project that I've started here. So what I've started to do is plot different landmarks from ancient Greece that I can then present to the children. I can share this via Google Classroom and the children can scroll through and explore different landmarks in Greece. They can use their street view and they can drop down on any of these blue dots to explore them. And you can also see this text here. I can either copy it straight across from Google or I can add my own age-appropriate text to it. So to add to a project, all you need to do is go to New Feature and then search to add a place. So I'm going to add the Temple of Poseidon. There we go. It will find that on the map for me, which it's done here, and then I can add that to the project. Once I've added it, it gives me the option to make a few different edits. The main one is this one here. I want to add my own description and my own image or even my own video about this particular landmark. So here I'm just going to say that it was Temple for the Master of the Sea. And I can add my own image by clicking on this and doing a Google image search and type in my landmark. Okay, and then once that's done, you can see it's been added here to the list, and when I go to present, I can copy and paste this link now into Google Classroom, share it with the children, and they are able to scroll across and they can explore this particular space. They can also do this themselves. So using their Google accounts, they can log in and make their own projects about landmarks from a key city or place. Thank you for watching.